Okay, we're skipping the introductions today because, well, we are on a mission. We're going to lock 10 brand new vocabulary words permanently into your brain in record time, using nothing but pure, unforgettable imagery. So let's start the sprint. Section 1, the ambi trio. Let's dive right into this first chunk of words sharing the Latin root, ambi. Now, ambi simply means both or around. Just keep that foundational idea of both in your mind, and it's going to unlock these next 3 words instantly. First up is ambiguous, meaning it has more than one meaning or it's just totally unclear. Picture a confusing bright yellow road sign on the highway, right? It's got arrows pointing into completely opposite directions. You're driving, you see this, and you have literally no idea which way to turn. That exact feeling of uncertainty, being pulled in 2 directions, that's what it means when a situation is ambiguous. Now compare unclear directions to an internal conflict. Ambivalent means having mixed feelings. Imagine someone standing there holding a giant, rich, triple chocolate cake in one hand and looking down at a bathroom scale showing weight gain in the other. They are entirely torn. Desiring 2 opposing things at once? That is exactly what it means to be ambivalent. Our third ambi word is ambivert. This describes someone who has both introvert and extrovert qualities. I want you to imagine the left half of your body dressed in a wild, sparkling party outfit, dancing under a disco ball. But the right half? It's wearing fuzzy pajamas, tucked into bed and quietly reading a novel. Most of us beautifully balance both of those worlds depending on the day, right? We're ambiverts. Moving right along to section 2, pacing and progress. Let's see how visualization builds into words that describe actions, pacing, and moving forward. The word here is amble, and it simply means to walk slowly. To really burn this into your memory, I want you to imagine a cartoon turtle. But not just any turtle. This guy is wearing a tiny, elegant top hat and carrying a little wooden cane. He's taking a very leisurely, entirely unhurried stroll through a sunny park. He has absolutely nowhere to be. When you take a relaxed, slow walk to just enjoy the scenery without any destination in mind, you aren't hiking or marching, you're taking a pleasant amble. Next up is ameliorate, which means to improve. So the absolute crucial point here is that this isn't just about changing something, it's about making a bad situation significantly better. Visualize a withered, sad-looking brown houseplant just drooping over its pot. Now imagine a magical watering can pouring water over it, and instantly the plant springs straight up, turning vibrant green and bursting into a bright, beautiful blooming flower. You just took something sad and made it thrive. You ameliorated the situation. We are absolutely flying through these. Section 3, the friendly phrasings. Let's look at 3 words that are all about keeping the peace, playing nice, and getting along with others. The word is amenable, meaning willing to be guided or influenced. Just picture a ridiculously happy golden retriever trotting perfectly on a leash right next to its owner. There's no pulling, no barking at squirrels, absolutely no resisting. The dog is just happily following the lead. When a person is agreeable, open to suggestions, and perfectly willing to go along with a plan without putting up a fight, they're being highly amenable. Next, we have amicable, which simply means friendly and peaceful. To lock this one in, imagine 2 fiercely rival sports fans wearing the jerseys of completely opposing teams. Normally, you'd expect a lot of screaming, but instead they're sitting side by side, sharing a massive pizza, laughing out loud, and giving each other high fives. It's a relationship characterized by total peace, despite the circumstances. That is an amicable dynamic. Building directly off that last word, amicably is simply the action form, doing something in a friendly way. Picture 2 serious business rivals in sharp suits. They just dissolved a massive partnership. But instead of screaming at each other in a courtroom, they are shaking hands with massive, genuine smiles right over a torn-up lawsuit. They decided to settle their differences amicably, choosing a handshake over hostility. Section 4, forgetting and forgiving. Let's hit our final 2 words before the lightning quiz. Both of these terms deal with letting go of the past. One happens mentally, and the other happens legally. First is amnesia, meaning a total loss of memory. Imagine looking directly inside someone's brain, and instead of tissue, there's just a metal filing cabinet. Only the drawers are pulled open and all the paper files, the memories, are completely blowing away in a strong gust of wind, leaving the drawers totally empty. All the information is just gone. That mental blank slate is amnesia. Finally, we have amnesty, which is an official pardon. For this one, picture a stern-looking judge sitting high up at a wooden bench.
In front of him is a massive, towering stack of speeding tickets. Instead of slamming down his gavel and handing out fines, the judge grabs the entire stack, rips them entirely in half, tosses them like confetti, and gives the driver a big thumbs up. He wiped the slate clean legally. That's granting amnesty.
All right, Section 5, the final vocabulary quiz. You've seen the vivid images, you know the definitions, and now it's time to force your brain to actively recall what we just learned. Because honestly, this is where the magic of retention actually happens. We're going to do a rapid-fire matching game. Before I give away the answer, I want you to actively yell out the definition, or at least picture the ridiculous drawing we just made in your mind. See the image, remember the meaning. You ready? Let's go. Let's quickly match this first block of 5. Where does the confusing two-way road sign belong? That's right, ambiguous, unclear. Who gets the cartoon turtle with the top hat? That goes to amble, to walk slowly. Which one is our half-party, half-pajama person? Ambivert. What about the chocolate cake versus the bathroom scale? That's ambivalent, having mixed feelings. And finally, watering the sad plant to make it bloom. That is ameliorate, to improve. Fantastic. Okay, now for the back half. Match the happy golden retriever trotting perfectly on the leash. That's amenable, willing to be guided. How about the sports rivals eating pizza? That's amicable, friendly and peaceful. And the businessman shaking hands over a lawsuit? Amicably, doing it in a friendly way. Where do the blowing files in the empty brain cabinet go? Amnesia, loss of memory. And finally, the judge ripping up the massive stack of tickets? Amnesty, an official pardon. You just absolutely crushed 10 highly descriptive vocabulary words in record time by simply attaching them to visual stories. Now for the ultimate test. Drop down into the comments right now and write one complete sentence using your favorite new word. But leave with this thought. If a top hat turtle and a slice of pizza can permanently rewire your vocabulary in 10 minutes, what other massive, complex subjects could you master if you simply changed the way you looked at them? Keep visualizing, and I'll see you in the next explainer.